I started my career in the swine industry as a new animal health technician grad when I went to work with Alberta Agriculture in what was then the pork industry branch. My job was to drive around northeastern Alberta and ultrasonically measure back fat on purebred pigs. After 2 years, I decided I needed more education, and so I resigned from that job and went to the University of Alberta and started a degree in animal science in the agriculture program. And once I was only 1 semester away from graduation, I had the opportunity to interview for a job at Olds College to manage their new pig barn there. After 4 years, they were gracious enough that they offered me educational leave for 4 months to go back and finish my degree at U of A, and so I did that. Once I came back to Olds College, there was an opening as an instructional assistant in the animal science department. While I was doing that, the opportunity came along for me to do night courses towards a degree in education. And I did 15 night courses, and then the opportunity came along for me to teach at Olds College, and I've been full-time faculty in the animal science department ever since. So the courses I teach include livestock nutrition, animal nutrition for the animal health technology people. I teach an animal welfare course, or pieces of it, both to the ag management students and to the animal health technology students. I teach artificial insemination of cows, and we have an especially good time in that course because it's a little smaller and you really get to know the kids well. I've kind of come to the conclusion that very little just falls into your lap, and that if you want to do something worthwhile, it's probably going to require some effort. And I think I really have to thank my parents that they taught me from a very young age the importance of a really strong work ethic, and that has really helped me through my whole career. One of the other things I've learned is the value of doing the right thing. And the right thing is often not the easy thing. I also think that it's really important to have an attitude of gratitude, that you focus in your life on the things that are great and be thankful for what you've got, and instead of focusing on what you don't have. And I guess the other sort of overarching value is that I've learned the value of kindness. There's very few situations, I think, that kindness doesn't make things better. When you are a teacher, you are never done. There's always new research you could go find out more about. There is always a lecture that you could make stronger by making it more fun and more interactive. As a farmer, there's always some fence to fix or a building that needs some maintenance repair. As a parent, you are never done being a parent. There's always more to do. You build a life one day at a time. So I think that the idea I have learned is that you try and balance every day, and eventually you build a balanced life. Early June of 2010, my husband had both his legs amputated from complications from rheumatoid arthritis. And he was hospitalized then for about the next 8.5 months and passed away on Family Day last year. So if we had a magic wand we could wave and change things, that's the one thing I would like to change. But it cannot be changed. And thanks from all the support from my family and his family and our community and the people in our church, here we are, you know, a year later, and Sarah and I have made it this far, and we're tremendously grateful for all that people have done for us. About 4 people that come to mind immediately that are really my heroes. I guess the first one would be my dad. He's 84 years old. He still gets up before I do every morning and puts in a good day's work and reminds me about the things that are important in life. The second person that is a really strong mentor to me is the biological mom of my daughter. We adopted Sarah when she was about an hour old, and my life wouldn't be nearly as good as it is without my daughter. And yeah, I think of that lady every day. She is a tremendous, strong person. I have two other kind of professional mentors that I think about. One is Dr. Frank Ahern. Dr. Ahern was one of my professors at the University of Alberta, and the last person I think of who I followed for about the last 10 years in her professional work is Temple Grandin. And I think about what could have been a handicap in Temple's situation, and she took that and turned it into a gift, and all the work she's done for the livestock industry, I admire her tremendously. There's tremendous opportunities in agriculture and in agribusiness right now. I think some of the people who taught me the most were the farmers, and the people in industry can teach you a tremendous amount over and above what you learned at school. There's a lot of people out there that are working hard every day, and farmers have a real uphill battle right now, I think, and I really admire them for getting up and feeding us for cheap every day. You know, Canadians have the cheapest, safest, and most abundant food in the world, and most of us don't even think about that. This award is absolutely awesome. I am so honored to have been chosen above some of my peers, or along with my peers, who work in this industry and have for years and years. This is an absolute tremendous honor.